Hello everyone and welcome back to Dragon Quest Plus. Thank you to everyone who reminded me that there were coordinates that I needed to check out, which I believe were 15 and 120. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What? 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 No. No, but Alright, I'm probably forgetting something really basic. It's not coming to me. Whatever. Alright. That's just gone for now. Okay. Other really helpful thing is I did not realize there's an ice island all the way down there. And probably not anything that I need anymore, but the last thing is that I have to go through that monster world like 6 more times. So, to not go completely insane, let's check this out. Probably could have sailed closer. I did not realize how loud the boat music is. Or at least it looks loud. Ooh. Mini medal. I'll take it. Let's see what enemies we get here. Nothing. Sparkling spot. I have to go all the way over there. Alright, hold on. Before we do that, okay. Oh, house. Solitary cabin. No. There we go. Very hungry, haven't had meat for months. Please inquire inside. I don't know that I have any meat. Ugh. The King Metal Slime. Platty is going wild for meat again. The thing is, he only eats sirloin. Sirloin is very hard to come by in these parts, though. No! We're bearing out these days. I'm tired of eating vegetables. I want some juicy meat. Wild, I want some meat. What do I have? I have nothing. I have garbage. Alright, so I just need to, I need to bring a sirloin. Dang. Okay. Don't want to deal with any of that. Although, I feel like maybe now these monsters would be less completely unbearable. We got new weapons, new armor since then. Oh, defense seed. Take that. Alright. Zoom back to red zone. I swear sirloins are like 3,000, which would beat all my money. Can I rob the bank? Get some old school Ultima. I think it's the first one. Going in steel. I'd love to finish like one of those games one of these days. I spent a lot of time playing Ultima 8, even though looking at it now, it's not a very good game. Like, it had some really cool things. Like, this is probably more for like the younger audience, but like, think like how you felt playing Skyrim, because you just had like this world to explore and like you could kind of like, my favorite thing, it was taking over like a portion of the, oh, did I buy? I didn't buy those. Whoops. I knew I needed key. Aww. Alright, this isn't gonna go very well. Like you could take over portions of the map. I'm gonna leave. Ooh. Or of the world, I guess. So like there's a spot in the castle where I could set up and just like put down my stuff, and it was like my own little hideout. And that was really cool to like just go out, like gather my stuff and like put it down in a house somewhere, because like it didn't really exist. I mean, it probably did, but not in any other game I had played to that point. So like that alone was just like a very novel concept, and kept me playing even when I like wasn't making story progress. I also liked seeing which NPCs I could get away with attacking and stealing their stuff from without, there's like a, for lack of a better way of putting it, a judge character. And if you were caught committing a crime, he would come and murder you. Like, there's no, like, fighting your way out. No, he would just blow you up. Okay, there we go. Try this again, because that wasn't going to go very well. Like, I heard good things about Ultima 7. For being like a very well constructed like world to explore. But I didn't really spend a lot of time with that one. The problem was I had a friend who owned 8, and so he came over, installed it on my computer. And then at some point, like, things got messed up and we had to wipe it, and so we lost it. And then one day we were at, like, a store, and they had, like, the whole collection, 1 through 8. I'm like, that's awesome! Like, can we buy this? So my dad let us get it, bought it for us, and got it home, and for some reason, Ultima 7 Part 2, and 8, you needed a very, very specific version of DOS. Oh, I guess we'll go this way. That we didn't have, and I was like, we had such a hard time, like, trying to find. So yeah, just wasn't really able to play those, so I played the most current one I could get my hands on. Which was 6, and so I put like a lot of time into that, which you could kind of do the same thing, but like having gone from this like 3D world and like having this very specific idea of what the game should look like I struggled with that one a little bit. Like now it wouldn't bother me at all, but like that like going backwards at the time. I don't know. It's interesting for me. I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem going back in a series due to like graphics. Like when people complain, I'm like, really? Like, especially if a game looks fine. What usually will get me with an older game, like going backwards in a series, is quality of life features. Like there was a very heated Twitter debate over the Persona series, and someone was like asking what everyone's favorite Persona was, and like a couple people answered Persona 1, and the person asking was kind of like, really? And I don't know, it turned into this whole thing about like, oh, I don't know how anyone could like hate Persona 1 or whatever. And it's like, man, like, or like, oh, if you don't like Persona 1, like you just like weren't there, or like you didn't play those types of games. And it's like, no, I played those types of games. It's just so hard to go back. You know, again, nothing with graphics. It's just like how slow. That's one thing that will always kill me in an RPG, is just how slow combat movement is. Like, I don't need it action-y. I just want what's happening to be portrayed quickly, or like communicated quickly. Also, I know it's such a huge part of like SMT games. I'm not a big fan of like negotiating with monsters. Which, for anyone who hasn't played an SMT or Persona game, like to get different personas, which basically like different monsters to join you, and be able to use their power in battle. Hold on. Like, in the earlier games, you have to negotiate. Oh, what did I cast? I cast the wrong thing. Well, I guess I wanted that too. But so you talk to monsters in battle, and then you have to say like the exact right thing, or they will like attack you or leave. Oh, money, that's nice. And it's so arbitrary that I just don't really enjoy it all that much. So like going back to that, I don't think it's like necessarily like a bad system. I just don't personally enjoy it. So like in like later games, yeah, you still have to do that early on, but a lot of later monsters you can get just by like summoning new, like you can fuse a few that you have into a stronger one, and then you can like resummon ones that you've already gained. So eventually it gets to a point where you like, I just don't have to recruit anymore, and I love it. The first Persona game doesn't really seem to have that, or at least like as much of it as I've played. So wasn't a fan of that. Slower combat. What else? Movement takes some getting used to, just because you're using a D-pad, but on a like isometric kind of 3D plane. So like down doesn't move you down, it moves you like down and to the right. I have a hard time like keeping that straight. Okay. Nope, that's good. It's like, I want to move down to the left. All right, do I press down or do I press left? But all that said, like and someone made the comment of like, oh, I don't like get telling people why they can't enjoy this game. It's like, no, like if like for people who enjoy it, I get it. It does a lot well. I mean, one thing I really like is like all the characters are interesting, and you can only pick so many of them for each playthrough. There's also like 2 very different story routes that you get to kind of pick between early on. And like, well, I feel like you're probably gonna want to get a guide to unlock the harder one. Like, I feel like it's very achievable just by talking to everybody. That if you talk to everybody enough, you can probably figure it out. And so like, that's even kind of neat in and of itself, because it's like, oh, well, if like you're the type of person who talks to everybody, then like you're going to find this route before most other people will. Oop. Yeah, that's basically, to go back to quality of life. I have a hard time with that. Going back from Persona 3, Persona 4, 5. And having to like deal with all these mechanics again that I didn't really have to. I don't know, I'm trying to think of other examples. Oop. Why do I keep forgetting to cast Step Guard? No, this is actually not one that I want to mess around. I was like, maybe some of these early floors I won't use the map staff. But if I'm standing on poison, kind of want to get through this fast. Like, I think I talked about Dragon Quest, like I had a hard time playing. 4 was the one that I had like the most extensive time with first. So like having to deal with stairs and only having one party member. That was a little rough early on. Now I don't mind it. Again, I don't mind it so much. Can't remember if I talked about Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy, I played a lot of 6 before 4. That was a little difficult to go back to. Especially since like the story and storytelling in like got so much. I mean, there were 2 games in between. So like it's not crazy to think that it would be a vast improvement. I think I want to do the same thing here. I don't know. Random thoughts on gaming while we do this multiple times. Gotta have something to talk about while we do this. I will say one thing with YouTube, it's hard to keep track of like topics that I've already talked about. But since a lot of times like I'll think about, oh, this would be like a neat thing to talk about when there's downtime, and then like maybe I don't necessarily get to it. Or I'm trying to remember, did I get to it? Also, when you have like just an idea that kind of pops into your head. Oh, there was a key there. Have an idea that kind of randomly pops into your head because you haven't really thought out your position. And I do a lot better when I have time to like think and even put things on paper. I think helps me come up with like more coherent thoughts and more like refined. And so the last thing I want is like, well, you said in episode 32 of this other series, blah, 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 which contradicts what you said in episode 64, that other Let's Play. It's like, well, you know, maybe I just like didn't have time to like really think or like explain myself very well. Oh, I can walk over those. Okay. Like, the words I use may not necessarily have been... Oh, nope, 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 nope. What I was looking for. Or also for talking that much, you know, 34 episodes into a Let's Play. 64 into another. Like, there's probably been a solid year. Oh, I'm so glad we're getting money, actually. Wait. Hold on. No. I'm curious, do you give me the thing? That was run 6. I believe. So, for... Wait, 7, 8, 9, 10... Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna need all your magic keys. Although I'm feeling a little bit better about, just coming here, buying them stuff. Oh, I ended up with like 3 extra? Sweet. I'm gonna buy that. Go back to monster. I wish it would show you how many times you cleared it. I think someone said it seems like the... hold on, holy protection. It seems like the rewards at the end are randomized. Which is honestly kind of awesome. Like, I guess whatever that MP item is, I guess I can kind of see why that would... Alright, this is taking way too long. Ooh. Oh, there we go. Can I just... Ah. I do, for this type of game, I do like the rain effect. Uh-oh. Oh, I'm out. There we go. And then we'll cast Holy Protection again. Nice. I'm pretty sure now I have enough to just blow through this. Gimme. Got it. Ah! Oh, wow. Am I actually like... Oh, it's probably a magic potion then. Okay, anyway. Ah, it's only 2 MP. I'm gonna leave that as my question of the day. Do you have a hard time going back and playing like older games in a series, like if you've already played later entries? One of the reasons I want to play through the whole Phantasy Star series at some point. I've heard 4 is like really, really good, but I don't want to play it until I've played through the first 3. Which I've taken a couple cracks at the first one. It's good, like, I just always something else comes up before I can get to the end, which I'm like, honestly, like, if this isn't even considered one of the better ones, that has me even more looking forward to 4. Even that, I didn't really, like, my first Phantasy Star experience was, Phantasy Star Portable. You know what, I don't know how many steps I have left. Not worth it. But that was a very different game. Alright, more money. Cool. Alright, we're gonna call it an episode. We should be able to... It shouldn't even take a whole episode next time. Get through this 3 more times. That should be doable. Alright, that's going to do it for me. I hope you're looking forward to seeing what we get after running this 10 times. As always, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.